to talk about authentic connections. Authentic. Starting to get back to being my unique self, not trying to be what I think I should be or what I think is accepted. What really kind of sparked it was I was just getting a bunch of confirmations, hearing my inner voice speak on it, and seeing it pop up in my, in my realm. You know what I'm saying? Because again, from the dreams when we go to sleep, which is very important when we go to sleep, but also again in our quote unquote waking, moments, paying attention to all the signs and symbols. And what really kind of sparked it, I saw Till Swine had a video that just popped up, and I ain't even really get into it as much because I kind of felt that vibe come to me. It's like when we're running away from people a lot, a lot of, we got to be aware of ourselves. Some moments, it really is a moment for, being to ourselves and, gaining clarity about ourselves. But when it becomes to the extreme, as if like we almost never want to be around people in essence, that means we're probably not being authentic in some way, form, or fashion. Having to deal with some type of trauma. Again, as always, some type of stuff from when we was children. Feeling like we couldn't be ourselves around people. Feeling like the only way to get our needs met is to like, agreeable. You know what I'm saying? Because again, with the awareness of everything that's going on, right now with, understanding we're multi-dimensional beings, understanding how much this realm is a matrix. But again, like what holds us, what allows for us to release ourselves from this matrix, or what holds us to this matrix is, how much how much we are lighthearted about the things we experience as, as humans, being on this human experience, So, we could talk all of that, because I've been getting downloads of the intergalactical shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been catching downloads, almost like revisiting this energy, because I did a video a while back on it, the connection with the Orion constellation, Osiris, and Baron Samedi kind of being connected, and in essence, that the energy being the energy that we're helping transmute, because that was also on the movie Boss Level, kind of like that connection, but like how some beings became parasitic, like certain beings who were on the extreme masculine, became parasitic, due to, matter of fact, and Dan Winters brought this up, kind of, sidebar, big sidebar, but then we're gonna bring it back to authentic, because it all connects anyway. But he was bringing up like nuclear karma, and in the movie Tenet, Tenet, and somewhat, not the full story in Cloud Atlas, but one of the stories in Cloud Atlas, was dealing with, again, like trying to prevent this nuclear, like nuclear explosions. And this being tied to, basically tied to certain beings who, again, when we talk about quote unquote demon energy, for lack of a better word, a demon energy is an energy that feels disconnected from source, so it feels like it has to, be manipulative, or has to get its energy from something, got to get all its energy from something outside itself, you know what I'm saying? But that whole connection with, again, like the Orion, Baron Samedi, a matter of fact, let me see what my notes said on that. Bringing it up for a reason. because I noticed, like, in essence, like the movie Dark Crystal, a lot of what, like, as we're tapping in, is to transmute that illusion of division, you know what I'm saying? No matter who it is, across the board in some way, form, or fashion. No matter if it's a person who ate unhealthy, ate healthy, whether it was melanated or lacked skin melanin, no matter what little walk of life or type of vibe they mostly be on, almost everybody in essence, for one, agrees with this realm being an illusion, agrees with division being an illusion, and in essence, aware that it goes back to unconditional love for self and healing self, because the whole reason why our shadow self, like why we gotta sit and do shadow work, inner child work, all this shit is because, I say shit like that, but the reason why we gotta do all of this type of, work is to integrate, because those parts were created out of a lack of love. So, you're not gonna help the situation by, oh, well, let me continuously push you to the side. That's word to people swerving over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna heal that energy by continuously pushing that energy to the side, you know what I'm saying? So a part of, like, why we have empathy abilities, why a lot of us have that ability to, know what a person going through, aka like that Pisces energy that then, been through the perspective of all archetypes and could understand what an Aries go through, understand what a Taurus archetype goes through, understand, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I just got unconditional love for all y'all, because I can tell that all y'all, going through some type of shit, you know what I'm saying, in some way, form, or fashion. But, like these beings, with this reincarnation energy, it's like with anything, part of the parasitic nature, like some of these beings don't want to continuously be parasitic. Some of them are looking for help. But just think about it, like if you're constantly in a loop, like you constantly been reincarnating and trying to figure it out, some parasitic energies like, fuck it, let's just create a system where we could just eat off of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my diction, where we could just eat off of, other beings. Let's create a system where it's easy to just eat off of people. We're not even gonna try to change. We're gonna just eat off of others. And then some of those beings, are willing to, be more patient to allow for some type of shift in their awareness to happen, or allow for them to be helped, by other beings, you know what I'm saying, in essence. But like, just like somebody, they teach lifeguards about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a person is really, panicking, like when you go to save them from drowning, if they panic into extreme, you kind of gotta, release or let go, but understand that perspective that some of these beings are like a drowning person, and when a person is drowning, they're not necessarily intentionally like, oh, I gotta drown you too. But with their panic and their, you know what I'm saying, trying to, stop themselves from drowning, they'll pull you down too, you know what I'm saying, in essence. And that's what a lot of that energy, has to deal with too. But let's see what my love. Yeah, and matter of fact, that's why the Osiris energy, it had to be put back together, you know what I'm saying, by by the divine feminine. Because again, the whole reason why, things had got to this space of, cycling back into this realm, because they got extreme in their masculine energy, they got extreme in their science and their logic, and kind of took the feminine aspect out of the perspective. So they created a situation, and with the nuclear, I done heard different stories, you know what I'm saying, from stuff I done channeled, stuff I done heard Dan Winter bring up, and different other teachers, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, like even going back to the, you know, early in the game, I talk about spirit signs and the little whole story of Atlantis and how certain overly masculine beings put something together that caused some type of reincarnation cycle or some type of like cataclysmic thing that, you know, kept creating a certain cycle, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is somewhat being brought about in the movie Boss Level. Well, in fact, and even Boss Level had to deal with a nuclear situation as well, but also in the movie Tenet, you know, and again, and with our quote unquote ability to time travel, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, in order to prevent certain things that happen again, you know what I'm saying? Using the now moment as a time machine, healing the past and creating the future, you know what I'm saying? And hence why, though, we're getting into all of this intergalactic stuff and all this, you know, being aware that, you know, tapping into it when it's relevant and important, like how is this helping me, you know, to understand myself better, you know, and that's the part of the energy to it as well. It's like, now if this is helping me to understand what I'm here to do on earth, you know, in this lifetime, then cool, you know, but if I'm just kind of using it as an escape to not do some type of shadow work or inner child work, you know what I'm saying? Because if I'm still lacking focus or lacking some type of alignment with my soul purpose, and then I'm over here trying to read a book that has nothing to do with helping me with that, you know what I'm saying? And it could be a spiritual book, but it could be just as much as a distraction as it is, you know, something that's helping. And I remember hit the like buttons, you know what I'm saying? And all that good stuff, and then all donations greatly appreciated. Notification bell, subscription, you know, all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to solicit, but, you know, at the same time, and, you know, and something else that kind of came up where I realized, you know, as I'm speaking on being authentic, you know, bringing it back to the authentic perspective, you know, like how much we value the truth. I realized how much you know, like at the end of the day, like some of us wouldn't even give a fuck about, you know, how much, and again, as I say this is not on no, oh yeah, go be poor, be no, source energy. You see nature, you see these trees, you know what I'm saying? This tree don't have just one leaf on it. You know what I'm saying? It has an abundance of leaves. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about spirituality. It's not about being poor. I done flipped that situation and looked at it from so many perspectives. Like, I feel like, in essence, you know, like say for instance, those sabbaticals of like, you know, having to, you know, like where you might, like I think about my own little sabbatical, being out in Venice Beach and, you know, sleeping outside in Venice and things of this nature, you know, from being so extremely dependent on, you know, certain things, it helps to have like, just like fasting, you know, like, because again, I spent at that point probably like 30 years of my life, you know what I'm saying, like being taught to be so dependent on again, money, or being dependent on, you know, this type of lifestyle. So, you know, those couple of years of that type of experience, you know what I'm saying, was like a fasting moment in my life, you know what I'm saying? Just like how somebody might fast from talking, you know what I'm saying? Now, again, different strokes for different folks on how long they may fast for certain things. Because, again, that's another thing, like, you know, everything starts within and then it trickles into our external experience. Although everything is interconnected, you know, it's parts that creates the whole, and you got to play your part in order for the whole to be harmonized, you know. I always go into the analogy with the bodysuit, you know what I'm saying? Like the liver gotta know it's a liver and play its part in order for the whole body to be harmonized, you know what I'm saying? It's not one from a perspective of, oh, I'm the liver, but let me act like the heart because everything is interconnected. Or, oh, let me put some manure on my chest so the grass could eat because everything is interconnected. And, like, nah, that's not the, and having to be so aware, like at this point, again, like, and seeing again, like when you're dealing with occult and esoteric insight, when you in between that yin and that yang, you know what I'm saying, not going too far into the extremes and in the balance and equilibrium, you gotta know not to dang. Ooh, it's hit. You gotta know not to go too far into the extremes, and it'll come back to me as I was talking. But just bringing it back to the truth perspective, like we really, really value the truth. Again, like, cause I sense that, like, where, for myself, like no matter what I'm going through, people value being around me because of how truthful I am. Because I'm raw truthfully, like, bruh, look, this is how I'm rocking, this is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I've seen moments of, certain energies trying to, like, deter me from being raw in my truth. But for the most part, all of my life, it's just always been, because it felt comfortable. It's like I don't want to feel uncomfortable around people. So let me say how I'm rocking and what it is, so we could just, like, bam, so I could be myself, because that's what it is right now. It's like not, not trying to turn ourselves down. Like at this point, we live in a dream realm. I shouldn't have to turn myself down, not even 0.00001%. You know what I'm saying? Word to that big horn over there. I shouldn't have to turn myself down, not a point. I don't care. Again, 100% authentic, you know what I'm saying? And we'll line up with the people, places, and things that we're meant to line up with by being our raw, true, and authentic self. And bringing this again back to the energy of why some of us, like, you have to keep it real with yourself. If you're a person that feels like, oh man, I'ma always be and we all heal differently again. We all heal differently. We all, maneuvering differently in this realm, you know what I'm saying? Again, due to whatever karmic energies we've been through, you know what I'm saying, in this lifetime and past lifetimes. But this lifetime is a reflection of the past lifetimes. But, of course, again, like we may have more time to ourselves, but I realize it's like some of those moments of being to myself a lot is really trying to run away from keeping it real and being authentic around people. So it's like, let me go be to myself most of the moments, so I don't have to keep it real with these people or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, for one, having to be aware of the trickiness of, of how we might, this is something our ego may tell ourselves. It's like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to be around them, or if I be around them, they gonna feel uncomfortable with me speaking the truth, so I'ma just not be around them. It's like, no, as you, at first and foremost, in essence, if you ain't never been truthful with them yet, that's you running away from being the truth. That's you feeling that uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Because even being an empath, it's like, so what? So that's the name of spiritual growth. We got to go through certain levels of uncomfortableness in order to, word to that horn. We got to go through certain levels of uncomfortable energies in order to, be our truest self. And that's a part of our spiritual growth, is facing the truth. Like, nobody's going to become or be the greatest version of themselves by lying to themselves. It's just not going to happen. But again, like, the truth is one thing I feel like that we all, like, value and in essence find attractive, whether men, women, however that, dynamic go, you know what I'm saying? We value certain partners in a relationship, whether it be business, companionship, or whatever. is due to, authentic truthfulness, because that shit feel good to not feel like you gotta be guarded around somebody, you know what I'm saying? And again, like and being aware to let people know, hey, be truthful and 100 with me. Like, let me know if you dislike when I touch my ear, or when I dig in my nose, or whenever I go outside to work with my crystals. You like, oh man, I want to talk for a little bit, but it's like, be authentic with each other in our connections, and right now it's definitely very valuable, because now I'm feeling that vibe for sure. It all now has always been the vibrate, but like right now, for us to really start, connecting and coming together, you know what I'm saying, and connect, quantumly, or should I just say, like energetically, etherically, astrally, to build like this big body, you know what I'm saying, in essence, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it's like the different parts create the whole, you know what I'm saying? So like starting to link up and connect more, you know what I'm saying? Because again, a lot of us are shedding a lot of our, heavier karmic energies to make it easier to, connect and vibe with people, you know what I'm saying? And where you vibing with the true essence of being. Because again, although everything is interconnected, although, it's certain parts to make the whole, although we're not judging a being as far as like how they look or act, walk, or what they're made out of, it's a fact that some beings don't have, all beings in this realm don't have the same origin. A lot of beings in this realm don't have the same level of life in them, as other beings. So right now as well, it's like important for us to like, start connecting with, beings that vibe on the frequency that we vibing on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, truth definitely, again, is like I feel like that's the high, like that's almost like gold, you know what I'm saying, right now, you know what I'm saying? It's truth, like 100% raw, truth, authentic. Again, you going to get a tarot read. You don't want nobody to just say nice shit that just sound good. Give it to me raw, you know what I'm saying? Like let me know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, I need to be doing and facing, you know what I'm saying, in order for me to really, understand myself and understand what's best for me in this now moment. You know what I'm saying? But again, like just bringing up the, one of the main aspects of bringing up this video is again like peeping out how, some of that vibing to ourselves to the extreme may be like dodging, like dodging having to be authentic, because again, things will weed itself out if you happen to be in a space where the people around you is not necessarily like that last stop, so to speak, like where for a fact that you don't really vibe on the same things, no judgment or anything, y'all just don't vibe on the same little energies, or that what you're, as you're working on yourself, you're not going to continuously be able to vibe with what's going on in your environment. Well, cool, like just constantly keep it real and be yourself, I think about how I would air shit out like with doing videos, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go look at my past videos and how I would do videos anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like on that, like on some like, but I don't care what my environment, I don't care if like they got some people picketing right on side me talking about fall asleep in the matrix, fall asleep in the matrix. I'll do my video right there speaking on how to be awake or being aware in the matrix, and again though, using that as an example, because again it's not about trying to like find no little clashes and stuff like that on that level. I realize like in this realm, it's like beings from a warrior class / like just looking for chaos as beings that's really still like trying to keep things dual. Because again, it's like picking up on the energies. A being may look like you, be into some of the same things you're into, but on a vibrational level, you know, they not really looking for healing. They looking for smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like they're looking to, you know, be in division or fight about some shit. You know what I'm saying? Now again, don't get it twisted. You know, again, you know, whether you work with martial arts or you're aware of how to do certain spells, are you aware of how to use certain weapons, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? And again, being aware of that, ain't no wrong or right to that, but again, you know, it's not looking for the division. Again, I always think of the karate mind frame, you know, it's like I'm prepared to whip somebody's ass, but I'm not going touching everybody on the shoulder like, hey, you look different from me. Are you a robot? Are you an NPC? Are you this type of energy? So let's fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't what, you know. If our healing process, you know, or if we called that a part of our healing process, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. You know, the whole aspect of being able to be present with ourselves and to love ourselves unconditionally is because we wasn't fighting with ourselves. In the world reflect outwardly, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna try to, you know, fight with nothing outside of me, knowing that as I be my true essence of myself and tap into this vibration, you know, everything that needs to, you know, dissipate or not be in my environment is just gonna take care of itself. You know, it's just gonna fall off as you vibrate on a certain authentic frequency, you know, because also with being authentic, you know, and setting boundaries, that's another thing I had to peep out, you know, and it all goes back to, again, like knowing ourselves to the fullest and doing our inner work, you know, whatever level of journaling and tapping in with ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll feel like boundary setting is like, oh, well, you know, like you gotta have like a set of rules, like, all right, I like this around me, I don't like that around me, I like, whereas really just being the true essence of our being and expressing it, communicate, like whenever it comes up, now's the vibrate. You know, we don't have to have no list beforehand, like, all right, in order to be around me, you gotta be an Aquarius, you gotta eat like this, you gotta, you know, as we commune and, you know, and you know, as we communicate, you know, or as we're in each other's spaces, you know, it'll come up for us to communicate on these things genuinely, or, you know, or certain things will pop up where, you know, we could express, like, all right, you know, like on, even going back to the simplest human shit, like of a like a college dorm room type of energy, because again, the university, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I don't like when you clip your toes by the table, you know what I'm saying, but you don't have to, again, walk into the room, all right, I don't like when I don't or I only like when this and that, or I only like, you know what I'm saying, like allow for it to, you know, come up and then communicate. And as we be our authentic selves, something is gonna, you know, the universe is always listening and things gonna shift like how they need to shift, you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause I do feel like like it's no part of our growth that has to be rushed. You know what I'm saying? Again, if we try to rush anything, you know, that's just gonna have us back at square one, you know what I'm saying, in the first place. But just definitely having like a certain level of accountability to really, like, you know, tap in with our spiritual alignment. And again, realizing the spiritual aligns the physical aspect, you know what I'm saying? But because I'm even like, also I'm seeing myself, I'm gonna have to, like, again, as I'm doing videos, as I kind of fell back for a second, which I'm looking to be more with the Patreon vibe and again, like really connect and be there for the soul fam, because just straightforward, shout out to the moderators and the true beings that come in without the trolling, and making sure that we keeping the trolls out. But the fact remains, again, inner work, outer work. Like, as I'm getting the trolls out of my body, I'm making sure the trolls not in my YouTube space, not in my Patreon space, not in my Zoom meeting space. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was ever out somewhere with my jewels, to make sure that I'm being real and authentic in that space. So all the, because realizing again, like, again, that's just being authentic. It's not, purposely trying to be against nobody or chase nobody away. It's like just being authentic and shit, So I do have to, like, say certain things and, align certain energies, because also doing videos and what I say in videos and the energy I give off is like, is like a spell in essence. It's like a ritual. You know what I'm saying? If I continuously do videos and I allow certain shit, it'll just allow for that to just keep on, being in the space. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Mr. Crockett? You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, Soul Tribe. But it's like, again, like checking down on these energies, because it is what it is about, this realm is a matrix, is an illusion. It's not the end all be all. And just like our bodysuit, again, just because I know my bodysuit is an illusion, just because I know calling myself or being named KarlHaynes and who I appear to be in this bodysuit is an illusion, doesn't mean I'm about to go on this highway and lay down and let a car run over me because my bodysuit is fake. You know what I'm saying? It's just understanding, and that's where the balance come in at. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too far in the yin, not too far in the yang right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like, in order to balance out the scales, it's not meant for us to be extremely in the feminine vibe, because that'll just create the same situation, but on the feminine side. The reason why the feminine side, though, is being brought up more, because again, the scales has been unbalanced on that level. And like the little Libra scale, if I put weight on both sides of this scale, it's gonna stay the same. Like, if I put 20 pounds on this side, 20 pounds on this side, there's nothing that changed. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put like a little more weight on this side, so things can kind of, level off. You know what I'm saying? Because even having to transmute extremes out of my realm, understanding how the pendulum swing, you know what I'm saying? It's like kind of maintain, like not getting too excited, because again, if I get that extremely happy and excited, you know what I'm saying? And again, you could still have an experience, of expressing yourself and not seeming robotic without having to be extreme. You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to, because again, if I'm like, extremely like, then guess what? That laws of the universe, and that's another thing that may throw us off, and where we got to do cleaning subconsciously, because when certain things will go off, we might go to thinking, oh man, the universe doing something to me, or I'm being punished. Like, no, if you feel like you're being punished, that's because of some subconscious programming of your connection with the universe. That's still some old programming still running, that making you feel like, you're being punished, or it's making you feel like you're not the creator of your reality. Like, you are the creator of your reality. What happens a lot of moments is, probably not having a full understanding of the 7 universal laws. You know what I'm saying? Law of polarity, the law of cause and effect, my favorite one, law of correspondence. Again, anatomy is mythology by law. By law. Every mythological story is a story about anatomy. Because even bringing it back a little bit to the thing I was talking about with the Orion, Osiris, and Babaluaye energies, and also being aware again, like, these spirits exist in the matrix of our body and the inner working of our being, but It's not for us to worship these energies. Again, where things got off as above, so below, things got off balance in this realm. When, say, for instance, when you like worship just one part of the body, when you just worship just your solar plexus and just the sunlight, then you get it environment where everything is just about the solar plexus, like the other chakras is being ignored. You know what I'm saying? And that throws things off balance. That's nothing against Ra and and the sun and all that. Is just everything has a again, like balancing out the elements. That's somewhat like what a dragon represents. How a dragon is depicted to be able to fly, go underwater, come from out of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like it represents like all 5 elements. Air and fire, which are the masculine elements, and water and earth, you know what I'm saying, the feminine elements, and then the ether connected in the middle. And hence, again, and I saw this in different little shows. I think of that show Fairy Gone, but there's other ones where like desert areas is where there was extreme masculinity at. You know what I'm saying? It was where the masculine energy was to the extreme. Nothing good or bad or right or wrong with the beings who may have felt like they had to be extreme with the masculinity, but is understanding that that's an unbalanced situation. And again, if I realize that imbalance is what created the constant like having to reincarnate, then I'm not going to keep being in balance or keep doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's masculine energy over feminine energy again, or it's feminine energy over like that's just gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, so it's nothing against Kemet or nothing against desert areas, you know what I'm saying? But just knowing that desert areas is where some extreme masculinity pop off. Because on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, like where a lot of the earth element or like a lot of moisture and water thrives at, you know what I'm saying, that's a strong energy of the feminine. I think of Louisiana, like Louisiana is like a divine feminine mother thriving place, and there's a little balance, because you got a lot of sunlight around there too. So it's like I would say, like, not so much the air element, but the fire. Then that's why I think slower, quote unquote, out that way. Again, just like the bodysuit. As above, so below, as within, so without. Law of correspondence, mythology, and anatomy. And that's what I was going to bring it to, because, like, say, for instance, taking monoatomic gold. Like, you could take the little gold droplets, and that help with lucid dreaming, because that's another thing that's important that's been coming up right now, is, like, tapping in with the dream realm and tapping in astrally and etherically, you know what I'm saying? Because again, like, being prepared to transition, that doesn't mean like, apocalypse, the world ending, but no matter what the situation is, shit, this bodysuit gonna have to go at some point, you know what I'm saying? So it's like being aware to like tap in with the dreams, and as I'm saying that, being grateful as well that you could go to my Eternal Health playlist. And I just recently ended a video, I think it was the video on energy vamps, I'm not mistaken, but it was a video I did not too long ago where expressing ways to maintain your vibration, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't want to express these things without having solutions, in some way, form, or fashion. Like, I ain't gonna say, a comet about to hit this bitch, but I don't, but I can't give you no solutions on how to, prepare for it. If I don't at least have the spaceship or something, quote unquote, I may at least have the ability to share with you ways that you could build your own spaceship, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but having some form of solutions, you know what I'm saying, is definitely, necessary, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, as above, so below, as within, so without. So again, the reason why I was bringing up the monatomic goal aspect, because in mythology, so anatomy, mythology, law of correspondence, You know what I'm saying? Oh, these beings was trying to mine gold and eat gold because these beings needed to tap into lucid dreaming. These beings needed to heal their auric field. And again, some of these beings was like, fuck it, we just going like, oh, shout out to the butterfly. Some of these beings was like, fuck it, we just going like, create a system to just keep eating off of this energy without necessarily truly, genuinely trying to help ourselves break out of this cycle, and some of these beings was looking to break out of this cycle, That's why you got like the little Star Wars vibe going on in this realm where, different beings looking all kind of different, being of different little energies, But that's what this plane of existence represents as well. It's like it's valued, and it's kind of like from my inner gnosis and what I've, seen through literature and movies, in essence, but it like allows for different life forms to exist on multiple levels. Like it's not just desert, it's not just water, it's not just air, like it's a bunch of elements which allows for a bunch of different beings to exist in this realm, on this earthly plane. But again, just bringing it back to just simply put, being authentic, and not running away from, being authentic with our, being authentic and truthful with ourselves, and it trickling down into how our external experience is. And again, like seeing that truth is a commodity. So again, I look at my experience. I could be in the most depressed, more like in the past, because another thing, speaking things into existence, but past depression moments, you know what I'm saying? Like where people would still value being around me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, kind of, and that's what kind of, again, and that's where you got to heal, because you're like, oh shit, well, what they want from me or this and that, But again, like you got to be authentic. If you feel something that's funny, then, you got to express in some way, form, or fashion. And then once you express and that person, place, a thing, or to just say that person is not able to pick up on what you're expressing, like you're having to keep repeating yourself, or they're not picking up on it, then you have to, move around or do something different, But again, like truth, people value that truth, Because again, like I value not having to like tiptoe or like, walk on eggshells around nobody, Like tell me if my fucking feet stink or, Like let me know. I need to drop a mint in my mouth. What? I need to, you feel like my energy feel I might need to go meditate for a second. Instead of feeling like I could sense something, and that's another thing too, like not being so extreme with telepathy, or so extreme where, we have this ability, or I don't even like saying that because that sounds like disability. We have the ability to, again, man, this word magic stuff and etymology, I'm realizing to be a little more on point with that. But we have the ability to, tap in with telepathy. But I realize, again, like how that could be extreme where we could sit there in moments and just be wanting to send messages telepathically without physically communicating them, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we want to exercise our extrasensory perception, exercise all of these abilities, but not with, again, like we're here in a physical being, for a reason. As things shifting to a more spiritual connection, as things just shifting to, a vibe where we is about energy more than more than anything in essence, again, being aware of how that could also, be a reason for like not, getting certain levels of communication across, because we kind of probably just sitting there, trying to send the telepathic message. I hope they get it. You know what I'm saying? And you could sense, again, like, we know though, that's another thing though, for those that know, we know when we really communicate telepathically, you know what I'm saying? Because you could feel it instantaneously. It's like, you know, like, oh man, could you grab that cup of water for me? And bam, that person grabbed that cup of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's like that, then we know, you know, we're not bullshitting ourselves. But if we're in an environment where we feel like, you know, we're trying to send mental messages and it's not connecting, then, you know, you need to say something. What's up, everybody? Bridger, Ra. Where everybody from, man? It's 34 of y'all up in here, man. Say where y'all at. You know, so we could know where so we could know where some of the tribe members is located. In case somebody got a little van, somebody on that van life and they want to stop by in a certain area because they know that so-and-so that connect with Universal videos and be on the vibe, they with the vibes, they with the shit, so we could stop there because they probably, you know, they probably got the shrooms and the crystals and the, you know, all that. So drop where y'all from, and again, and I definitely again appreciate the moderators and appreciate the energy that's present in this video. I love and appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because be real, like, speaking of telepathy and feeling energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was definitely moments where, you know, I could sense, like, you know, those beings in connection from, you know, whether I met you without my YouTube channel, but definitely some of those who, you know, connect with my YouTube channel, like sending me that love and those blessings, you know what I'm saying? Because some moments I was dealing with some energy, and some moments I just had to take a break, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the moment was calling for, you know what I'm saying? To not always be doing a video, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely feel like, again, like being aware of, you know, and I gotta say, breaking this down a little bit, because I wanna invite, if y'all familiar with Miss Moot, with the So It Is Written channel, you know, but bringing up, you know, the connection with, you know, social media or technology and different timelines, but definitely, like, again, like with connecting with technology, how it's basically, you know, personifying our extrasensory perception. You know, you probably go to your Instagram page, and depending on what, you know, what dimension you connected to internally, you know, certain things pop up. If you kind of dealing with your little, you know, your little energies that's attached to the physical in your genital area, you're dealing with your little Scorpio energies, you know what I'm saying? You go to your timeline and nothing but things that appeal to your Scorpio energy is on your time. It ain't nothing wrong or right about that. Just awareness of what, you know what I'm saying? Or what's popping up, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely, just like we're doing this video, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be sensing. There's a video, depending on the energy, it's like, all right, bam, you know what I'm saying? The people there. There's certain energy that ain't what it's meant for or whatever, you know. And again, not to look at it from like the amount of people, but more so, you know, like the quality or what, you know, again, of what energy I'm dealing with, you know, it goes into it's being felt, you know what I'm saying? Got DC in the house, North Carolina, Minnesota, Chicago, Charlotte, Michigan, Cali, Columbia, and NYC. OK must be Oklahoma. Got PA in the house. Oh, we got Rhode Island in this thing. We got the Ethiopian brethren from Alberta, Canada. We got a Canada in his house. You know what I'm saying? Got Poland and Sudan in the house. Shout out to the international fam. Shout out to, I don't know how to say the sisters in the little UK accent, but shout out to all the bruvs and sis, in the UK. You know, shout out Detroit in the house, Guadalupe, Atlanta. Oh, we got Opelousas in the thing. You know, we even got our little folks who don't even like to, you know, it's all right. But I had to transmute that energy too, like that extreme crown chakra. Like I'm familiar that I'm not, again, being in this world, but not of it. But I definitely, and that's a me thing though, you know, not being so extreme, like, oh, I'm from this star system or that star system. But Andromeda, hey, and Andromeda in the building. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate that donation. Ty and Maisie TV. Mazi, if I appreciate that donation. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we tapping in with the crystals. Matter of fact, you know, to work on the the wholeness, to break out of certain dual energies. You know what I'm saying? I got the pine cone with the Shiva Lingam. You know, Shiva Lingam is like wearing the yin and yang symbol, basically. You know, got the chrysoprase with the green sapphire. You know what I'm saying? Chrysoprase real great for like working with that any yellowish green crystals, that peridot, you know, that work with that. And matter of fact, I think it's what is this? It's a full moon coming up, and I think it should be in Leo. But that's definitely, you know, picking up on that energy. We got the carnelian, pyrite, and Libyan desert glass popping. Libyan desert obsidian. You know what I'm saying? Go check out my video I did upon obsidian. And that's another thing, as above, so below, with that energy too. Like, you know, this earth realm, like reason why, you know, it's certain projections of, you know, possible, like say for instance, like volcanic eruptions and things of this nature. Because just like, you know, just like our bodysuit, if we're not tending to our energy as certain things, you know, as the vibes start to raise, you know, the bodysuit could get all flustered, you know what I'm saying? You know, the bodysuit could get all flustered and start erupting, you know what I'm saying, on some type of vibes. And the earth reflects that as well. Hence why, again, like we're doing our best to, you know, again, doing our inner work so we could heal mentally and emotionally. You know, we eating, you know, a certain way. And again, like eating a certain way is not the end all be all, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely does help, you know what I'm saying? And different strokes for different folks are different, you know, situations for different, you know, like when we think of like, you know, you got the Bobby Hemmitts of the world, you know what I'm saying, or the Brother Panics of the world that, you know, may not express like, oh, eating healthy to that extent. But again, that's where everything goes back to understanding your soul mission. That was a part, or that's a part of their soul mission, you know what I'm saying? Like, just bringing forth the energy and not having to too much worry about whether they, you know, drinking tea or none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? That's what, again, the importance is about knowing ourselves to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we could get lost in the sauce of trying to follow how somebody else did it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do what works best for us. You know? But I'm about to go because I gotta use the restroom. Hey, shout out to the truth. That's another thing why I realize and how to love yourself too. You don't want to get lost in the sauce of like your natal chart energy and like being extreme about, oh, this planet is here. So, cause you could probably box yourself into like only acting a certain way due to a certain alignment, but like understanding like my Uranus and Sagittarius energy, whether Western astrology or sidereal. Cause I even laughed about like, doing a lot of videos, walking and talking, unlike most. Like I got a bunch of videos where I'm walking and talking, like that Sagittarius energy, like uniquely sharing that wisdom, and like on some Sag energy, like traveling as I teach, you know what I'm saying, on some unique, different, vibes. Should I say sharing as or walking as I share, Mariama Conte, appreciate it. Super good music, you hanging on the orange soda diet. Nah, you know what I'm saying, man, appreciate Bobby Hemmett, man. Much love to again, because different teachers is meant to express things on different levels, you know what I'm saying? But I'm out again. Thumbs up, if you like the video, share the video if you feel like somebody else could benefit from it. Any and all donations greatly appreciated. The Cash App links and PayPal links is underneath most of my videos. Like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Press the notification bell, all that good stuff. Now's the vibrate. I'm out. I gotta go. Literally.